I actually have an opener. I can share an interesting story. Actually, there's two stories that I can share. One is with a real estate agent by the name of Tom Hernandez. And that's a total full circle story for us, which I'll
Right.
let Darius get into later if he wants. But I think what's really interesting here is that when we build this parasocial relationship with our audience, when we create original content and we record videos and we put those out there in the form of social, in the form of YouTube videos, in the form of video email newsletters, which is what we're going to explore today, we're effectively building a parasocial relationship with a community of people. The thing that's really interesting about this is that when we see someone on video, there's a neurological effect that takes place, which is called neuro mirroring. And that just means when we look at someone, we can look at them in their eyes, we can feel their essence, we can feel their energy, see their body movement. We can actually build trust. We can actually feel like we know this person. This is why when we see Oprah Winfrey on video, on YouTube, or on the TV, we might feel like we actually know her. And if we go and we saw her in Montecito or Maui or wherever she is, and we approached her, we would feel like we've known her for years. And I think that we have the same power to do this with easy technology, easy video, easy mediums like Dubb, like TikTok, like Instagram, like YouTube, like so many others. In this exploration today, we're going to show you how to actually capture video, how to come up with the idea, come up with the topic, use a teleprompter to record that video. And by the way, when we come up with this topic, we are going to teach you guys how to use artificial intelligence all built into Dubb. So that's going to be really exciting. And then how to record that video with the teleprompter, how to sort of edit it, get it trimmed up nicely. It can be of your face, using your webcam, using your phone, using your screen. The choice is yours. Always be value focused, always have a hook, always end with a call to action. And then how to actually send that video email campaign. So effectively, you can do exactly what I'm talking about, which is to build your parasocial relationship with your tribe, with your community. These are your people, right? People ask us all the time, hey, how can I go and activate my social channels? I heard that you can use the Dubb mobile app or the Dubb desktop app to record videos for Instagram Reels or TikTok. And we say, yes, you can do that. And it's great. However, what about the email list that you already have in your database? What about the low-hanging fruit? What about those folks that you've already spent money on, those leads that you've purchased, the folks that came to you on Zillow or Redfin or Google or Yelp or through referrals, channel partners, friends and family, sign-in forms at open houses? What about those people? I bet you have thousands of people in your database, emails, phone numbers, SMS. I bet you have it all. So let's just think for a second. Why don't we go invest into the folks that we've already nurtured, that we've already prospected, that we've already got into our mix so that we can effectively get that low-hanging fruit ROI. And then eventually, once we get into a flow, then we can go invest into our other channels like social media, like YouTube, and like so many others. Ads is another one that people love to do. But we say, let's focus on the goal that you've already brought into your fort, and let's try to get some value out of that. So without further ado, what I'd like to do is share my screen. And I'd like to show you two videos here, actually, from a real estate agent. So the first one here is, actually, let me start with this one. I like this one. I like this one a lot. So this is an intro video that real estate agent with us, Tom Hernandez, did to actually introduce himself to prospective clients. So the essence is this. The essence is someone fills out a form at an open house. Someone fills out a form on a Facebook ad, or they get referred to this person, or an email introduction happens. Whatever the case may be, we have about 5 to 10 minutes to put our best foot forward and to showcase what makes us different. Why are we different from the other agents? People don't want someone that's going to continue to follow up and sort of bump and bump and bump, with cold calls and text messages. And like, that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for differentiation. If you look at any major study on why someone chose a real estate agent, is because they were different, because they had great customer service, they came with trust, and they had some alignment when it came to buy and sell, whether it was geographical or price or whatever it was. If you put all of those factors together and record a video to put your best foot forward to build that trust, it's amazing what can happen. And if you can do it within a couple of minutes, the chances of you getting their attention, getting them on a call, getting them to commit to buy or sell with you, or just to go on the ride with you, even if it's down the line, to actually make that commitment in their head. It's powerful. So this is an example on this. This, of course, opens up to a Dubb video. And in this video, he introduced himself. And in this case, he's actually asking for a referral. So I think someone was introduced to him and there was a referral that could be made. The idea is simple. Put yourself on a video and send that via a video email newsletter. It's so easy to do. And that's what we're going to do in this webinar. The last one that I'll show you is this is actually a recruiting video. This is recruiting agents to come to an upcoming real estate class. So if you are looking for recruiting and you do have one of your segments that's real estate agents that you want to potentially get on your team, because scale is everything, especially in real estate, you need a team. That's the way to grow. This can also be used for recruiting. So this is for buyers, this is for sellers, this is for recruiters, this is for asking for referrals, asking for testimonials, asking for reviews. Let's get started. Darius, what do you got for us? The beard looks great today. Let's go.
Right on. Well, guys, the first thing I want to start with is, what do we say, right? That's what the number one thing people say when we want to touch our whole audience, when we want to update the whole audience, because they're like, well, what do I say to everyone at one time? And so that is where this whole campaign starts, because we're going to first discuss, what do we say? What is the most valuable thing we can say to your audience to actually get them to want to work with you and open your emails and build that parasocial relationship? It's not going to be, hey, do you want to buy or sell? Right? That's not the message that's going to say, hey, I like this guy. I'm going to open his emails and learn from him. So what do we say? That's the first thing we're going to cover today, guys. We're going to show you a number of ways to answer this question, all on your own and as easy as possible. Then we're going to show you how to take what you should say and turn that into a video with the teleprompter and editing and things like that we've provided. Then we're going to show you how to package it up and send it out. Part one here. If anyone else has that question, right? What should I say? That's where most of us start or get stuck. It's like, I don't know what to say to my list of 500 or 1,000 people. What do I say to everyone? So here is the answer, guys. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you something I think probably everybody here has seen before. Which is the AI. Guys, this is a skill. This is a new skill. Like when email first came out, and then you had to learn how to send emails. If anybody here remembers that, that was a new skill, right? It was a new channel, a new ability to acquire clients via email. And now AI is a new skill, just like this, or maybe more akin to cold calling. If you've ever cold called people, you need a script. It's a skill. It's a talent. It's an ability to leverage to help grow your business. And AI is here to stay, and it's now one of these tools that you can use in a bunch of different ways. This one right here, guys, we're going to use it to answer this age-old question, what should we say to the whole audience? So right here, topic. We're going to prompt the AI, and it's going to tell us exactly what we need to say. I'm going to show you guys a few different examples just to make this really easy. So what are 10 topics I should create videos on if I want more buyer leads as a real estate agent or buyer clients? And now this is very generic. I mean, I can get a lot more specific here. I can say seller clients, or I can just leave it as clients, buyer or seller. Or I could say real estate agent in Palm Springs, California, or in one jurisdiction or area, or more senior, snowbird clients, like whatever your specialization is, whatever type of clients you're after, whatever area you're working in. You want to be as specific here with that prompt, because that way it's going to actually give you the exact information that you actually need. So just from a high level here, guys, what should we say? This is how you're going to find those answers. So what are 10 topics I should create videos on if I want more buyer clients as a real estate agent in Los Angeles, California? Because the tips that it's going to give you for being in Los Angeles are different than what it's going to be if you're in Florida. So you guys want to include your locality, your expertise, whatever you're after. If you're trying to work specifically with buyers in this push or specifically with sellers, that's the type of content you guys need to be creating. This is the first thing you're going to do when you don't know what to say. If you're wondering what your next newsletter should be to your audience, this is what you're going to do. You're going to come right to the Dubb dashboard and you're going to ask our very intelligent AI friend here, what are 10 topics I should create? And so I'm actually going to submit this. I'm going to say, just bring it down to maybe 150 words so it doesn't give me too long of a paragraphs. And I'm just going to click submit. This is going to give me an output of 10 different topics, which now I can select from, which is the most appropriate or I feel the most comfortable recording on. And from there, I'm going to be able to take that topic and then create a video right from it. So guys, look, 10 topics, right? That's what I asked for, and that's what it delivered. 10 different topics. And let's just look over a couple of these. The ultimate guide to buying your first home. And it gives you what the video should be about. Exploring different neighborhoods in your city. Remember, we just said, how specific do you want to get? Because the more specific, the better the content. How to finance, hidden gems, right? This is now the whole start for your YouTube, your social, your newsletters, anything you wanted to do to get free leads and activate your existing sphere of influence. This is your 10 topics right here. And now you can take just one of these topics, just like this. I'm going to copy this to my clipboard, and then I'm going to come right here and I'm going to say, write me a sales message about or using this topic. And I'm going to paste the topic, and then I'm going to tell it I want it to be 200 words because I want it to be a short video, not more than a couple minutes. If I want it to be a longer video, like a 5-minute video, and it will really detail, then I'm going to increase the word output there. And it's going to give me more words on the same topic. This one I want to be a shorter video. I'm going to choose 200 words. I'm going to hit resubmit. Now it's actually going to write me my exact script that I'm going to say in the teleprompter. So those of you that had that question, what should I say? That question is always answered for you in about 1 minute away. You can always answer that question any time of day, weekend, night, whatever. The AI is there to give you some very intelligent outputs for what the answers to your questions are. So right here, here's the whole script to my video. And it has a nice opening. It has the hook that we talked about, right? Your dream home is within reach. That's a pretty good hook. And then it has a call to action, right? Remember to reach out to me. We'll be there for you every step of the way. So with this script that it just gave me, I can now click add to scripts. Guys, it has never been easier to answer a question or get your question answered of what I should say, and then immediately transfer this into something that you can now record. So with this in a teleprompter, you can now record from any device, any setting that you prefer. Do you want to take a walk on your cell phone and record the script there? Perfect. We have the Dubb mobile app with the teleprompter built right in where you can pop this script straight into the Dubb app. Here, I'll do it now. So I'm going to open my Dubb app, select my teleprompter, and select the script. So now I'm on my phone with my teleprompter script. I can be anywhere in the world and now record the video that the AI just produced for me. So in less than 3 minutes, I went from, I have no idea what to say to my audience. What should I say? How do I get more business? All the way to now I know exactly what I'm going to say. It's going to teleprompt it for me. And now my input that I have to add is minimal. And so guys, imagine doing this all yourself, having to come up with these topics. You're going on Google, you're trying to research what are topics you should create, and you're probably going to end up in a blog post where it's the same recycled information that everybody's accessing versus a unique output generated by the AI every time. And you can just get it so specific based on your area, your expertise, what you're trying to specialize in. And then one button instantly is put into your teleprompter. So again, wherever you guys feel comfortable recording, maybe you're more comfortable on the mobile. Lots of people shoot right from their phone. And as real estate agents, we encourage that, guys. It's about the authenticity. It does not need to be this highly produced on a tripod with, videographers and scripts and stuff. It doesn't have to be that. You can definitely just walk with a shaky handheld camera, and it's going to be likely just as effective, maybe even if not more so than a highly produced video. If you guys look at the content that's out there, it does not need to be anything fancy. You don't need to have big, fancy like transitions and little things pop up in the video. You don't need any of that. What you do need, though, is to provide value, and you need to provide education so that when you send this script, this video to your sphere, when people find this online, what is the goal here? The goal of sending this whole training today, the goal of this whole training is to send a video email newsletter. The goal of the video email newsletter is to keep you top of mind and to capture your low-hanging fruit. The people that are ready to buy or sell or start this process, you want to activate them. You want to get in front of them so that they remember you and they look at you as the thought leader, as the person who can help them. The way we're going to do that is by showing them. We know our stuff. We are on top of this. That's why we're having the AI show us exactly what we should be updating them about. And then we're providing those updates as easily as possible using the teleprompter. I'll show some recording options next, guys. But whether it's on the cell phone that I just showed, I'll show the desktop here with the teleprompter. So you literally don't even have to know what you were going to say. You can go from 0 to 100 in a matter of a couple minutes, just like I showed you guys here today. So this is the answer to that first question. And the first part of this training, guys, is I know I should send a newsletter. I know I need to remain top of mind with my audience, but what do I say? Now you guys have an unlimited supply of answers here of what you should say. So all of your questions about what you should say are answered. They're just waiting about 30 seconds for you to open that can and find these answers for you. So we've now answered, what should I say? You guys have those answers. Now let's talk about the different ways to leverage what you should say. We're going to go into recordings. If you guys have any questions about this process that I just showed you about how to find out what you should say, definitely drop them into the chat, drop them into the Q&A. We're going to take a moment. We'll go, mics on and go into detail. So if you guys have any questions about this first part, what should I say? Let me know. I want to discuss with you. I'm going to come move forward to the second piece, and then we'll open it up for questions after. So we have the script. We know what to say. The AI has given us the gold. Now we're ready to record. My actual personal favorite recording method now is the desktop app. This is a relatively newer app. We have done a previous training on this. If anyone would like the article for the desktop app, I'm not going to cover every single nuance here. If anybody would like the instruction for the desktop app, please put into the chat or the comments, app or desktop or whatever. Put something in there and we'll get this training right over to you. So this is what we're doing though with the desktop app. Whether you're recording yourself like I'm doing here, myself and my screen, or just your webcam, this is what people are going to be doing for their video email newsletters. So this is what the tool looks like. I promised you guys the teleprompter is there. So if you did not have any idea what to say, you use the AI to generate it. Now you've selected the script. And now, again, you don't have to know what to say. I do recommend reading through your script so you know what the AI told you to say. Don't just read it like unknowingly. Definitely understand the information before you record it. But that's all that it takes to go from I have no idea all the way to now recording my video with my teleprompter script. So I'm going to be looking into the camera as I'm reading from my teleprompter, and that's going to give me a really great video within just a few minutes. So this is option 1 here for the desktop, which is webcam, webcam and screen. There are some other options here though, guys. What I just showed you, this was I have no idea what I should say to my audience. I'm going to show you another example where maybe you have a better idea of what you want to show. So this is a market update. So this is something every real estate agent should be sending to their clients with some sort of regularity, whether it's quarterly, monthly. This isn't a daily thing. It's not even a weekly thing because the market doesn't change quite that fast. Maybe weekly. There are little things that happen. Points drop, points come up, rates change, reports are distributed. So what I have here is a market report. This is totally different from what I just showed because we don't have a teleprompter script. We're not reading from a teleprompter. We're actually going to use the visual of this report as the video email newsletter. The only thing the same here is the recording. So same app that I just showed you guys, desktop app. There's me, my bubble on top of it. And now I can take people through this report. This is in fact one of the more valuable type of newsletters you can do because nobody else in your audience has their finger on the pulse of this market. They are not researching every day to understand what rates are looking like, how home sales are performing, what their neighborhood looks like. They have no idea. And when you come in with this expert insights into their neighborhoods, their problems and solutions, this is what positions you as the thought leader, as the trusted source of, wow, he knows exactly what's happening in our neighborhood, percentage, increase in change, how many homes are selling. If anyone knows anything about our neighborhood, it's this guy. And they won't know that you know that unless you're having conversations and shaking their hands and telling them all this stuff, calling them on the phone, having a virtual coffee, or this is by far the easiest way, record a report just like this, and then send it to everybody in your audience, in your sphere at one time, and then post it to social media and generate new leads and audience. So this training we're talking about here today, guys, the video email newsletter, does have multiple applications. You can take this one video you're going to create, the AI told you to make, or you did a report. You can post that to every social channel you have, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. Generate leads that way. And then you can qualify your existing book of business by giving them a market update. They're going to raise a hand, people that are interested, people that want to know more. And then you're also going to remain top of mind for those people that aren't quite ready today. 6 months, they're like, well, I'm saving up 6 months from now. Maybe they don't even say anything to you then, but they're watching your reports and they're realizing, man, John knows his stuff. And when I'm ready to buy, John's going to be the guy to do it because no one else delivers this type of information John does. And guys, I can promise you 95% of other real estate agents are not doing this. So it's your instant opportunity to set yourself above 95% of your competition. And I can also promise you that your 90%, 95% of your audience is not going to read and understand a report like this if you sent it to them in an email, right? There's no chance they're going to read this giant 10-page report and say, oh yeah, the median home prices have changed 3%. I know what that means. They're going to have no clue. You as the expert can come in like a sniper and show them 1, 2, 3 stats. Now this is what it means for you. And all of a sudden they're like, wow, okay, so this guy's going to help me digest my information. So now I can actually understand it without having to go get licensed or something. Now, again, nothing happens if we don't record this video, if we don't update the audience with this newsletter. So all the benefit that happens when you take the time to do it, or we get nothing, right? And then we lose our sphere of influence, and our cousin went and worked with another real estate agent because we weren't top of mind in that moment. So good and bad, right? One is very easy, and that's what we're showing you guys here today. Use the technology to make it easier. And both of these examples I showed you guys today, they require almost nothing from you. You just found a real estate report, the information, the visuals, everything is already there. And all you need to do is your job, which is say, hey guys, here's what this information means to you. Because that's what your job is, right? To help them understand. So either it's a report. Again, I put zero effort into this. I went into Google and I typed in real estate report. And there's a really great one. There's a whole bunch of these. Again, I had no idea what to say. 30 seconds of research, and now I know exactly what to say. So whether you're doing this research yourself or using the AI, you guys have multiple opportunities here to provide that value and insight that people are looking for. They want to have you separate. People don't want to make decisions themselves. They want it to be clear and easy. They want to see that, wow, you're way above and beyond what my other 4 real estate agents that are prospecting me are doing. They want a clear decision. They really, truly do. So make it easy for them to choose you. So guys, this is the options for recording. My favorite, as I mentioned, is this desktop app. So easy to do. You have straight to the teleprompter, straight to your visuals, right here, one-click situation. I see a couple of our friends. John, you're on your hike there. Jose is often on his treadmill or something. Guys, use the mobile app. We can do literally the same exact things here, not quite with the bubble on top of the screen, but you can do something very, very similar where, here, let me stop my share. You guys can go on your phone, pull up the same report or a similar report, maybe something with a nice catchy headline like a real estate report. And then I can pull up this image. So here's a Redfin report, and it says California housing market prices are up year over year. So I can take a screenshot of this. The blur is not helping, but I can take a screenshot of this report, and then I can go into my Dubb mobile app and use that report as my virtual background. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to add that report that I just screenshotted. So now I have, let me shut off my blur. So now I have my real estate report and I have me on top of it. And I'm going to say, hey guys, check out this market update I've shared with you. If you want to know how your local market is performing, subscribe to my YouTube channel and I'm going to keep you up to date every day of the week. Something like that, right? So regardless, again, whether you're on the treadmill, you're taking a hike, you're out on the road, literally physically driving somewhere, mobile app, desktop app, you guys can knock these videos out in no time at all. Like you're in between listing appointments, 30 minutes in your car. That is enough time to do everything that I just showed you. I have no idea what to do today. AI. What's a topic? Okay, good. Write me a script for that topic. Put it in the teleprompter. Boom, record right from your car. Literally all that can be done probably within 15 minutes. These are not super long videos and we're not doing a ton of editing. So literally within 15 minutes, you guys could package this whole thing up and get it ready to send not only directly to your sphere, but for distribution through social as well. So little pause here, guys. We just made it through the first two parts. What do I say? And how do I put that into a video? So if there's any questions so far, I see one or two in the chat. I will okay, Ruben, that was you actually. So guys, if there's any questions at this point about what should I say? What do I say in my market update? What do I say in my newsletters? I don't know. If any questions on that, let me know. If there's any questions on the recording process, desktop, mobile, screenshots, like I showed you, virtual background, anything like that, guys, don't be shy. Raise a hand. We can chat it up. I want to make sure you guys are taken care of because I know these strategies will work for you once you get over the jitters. Just do it once or twice and you're like, wow, that was way easier than I thought it would be. And now I'm getting leads from social. So
Darius, I can give a visual with from Sifu Ed in terms of what he's doing for his business and how he's actually used a video emails newsletter to build up his clientele. It's kind of an interesting story. It's not a real estate story, but it's absolutely relevant for anyone conducting any type of business where they want to get clients in the door that are referring other people, that are having positive experiences, leaving reviews, leaving testimonials, and just overall building the tribe. So this is
I
the
wish
story.
we had Tom's stuff too, because Tom Hernandez, because him and his son, that they're awesome trainers and a team, and they were able to get into Dubb and do exactly the same thing as well, but specific to real estate. So show us.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of success stories, real estate and beyond, where people are building their communities by doing video email newsletters. So let me actually bring up a nice little video that kind of conveys this. It's actually a series of emails. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. So if you notice this, this is a sort of a family fitness studio that I go to with my kids. And the owner of this has decided to completely adopt Dubb into his business. And what I think is really interesting about this is that he flows so effortlessly when he records his videos. He just simply records a video wherever he is. He could be with his dog, he can be with kids, he can be in the classroom, out and about, and he can just record a quick video. Typically what he does is he waits to get comments, questions, or even updates about the business, and that he finds a time to go record these videos, and then he sends these out via an email. In this case, he just broadcasts this video email. Sometimes he puts an image and sometimes he puts text here. The key, though, is that he is consistent. And one of the things that I love to see is that now, since he's been consistent with his video email newsletters, with his social media, he's a power Dubb user. You'll notice he's got a business that's thriving. Now, this is just really a metaphor here of a thriving business, but in this case, it's a fitness studio that's completely filled with people paying money. These people are paying anywhere from $30 to $200, $300, $600 per month, depending on what they're getting. And his business is really doing well as a result of this. So insert industry here. It can be real estate, it can be mortgage, it can be you could be a loan officer. The sky's the limit here in terms of what you can do by creating original video content, sending that to your video email newsletter, and just keeping yourself top of mind with your prospects, with your clients, so that the next time they do need to buy, the next time they do need to sell, they think of you because you were different and they could trust you. They looked at you into your eyes and they felt something. If you don't want to go full webcam video, you can also do a screen video only or screen plus webcam. There's a lot of tech. We've got the desktop app, we've got the Chrome extension, we've got the mobile app. The sky's the limit, folks. Don't let any type of video phobia or technology limit you. Feel free to use anything that you want to record a video that suits you best.
You see there, what I also did, guys, is I just changed my video to my profile picture. So even if I'm having a terrible hair day or whatever, doesn't matter. I can still be there with my voice, my expertise, sharing my information with people. So as we mentioned, guys, the key to the video email newsletter is providing value. It's providing insight, your expertise, because when people open this information, they're going to consume it. And the opportunity there is to teach them something, right? Position ourselves as the thought leader so that the next time this email gets sent, they're going to open it because they're interested in what's happening in their local market. They want to know the tips and tricks about buying and selling their houses, right? It's a very interesting subject for anyone interested in real estate. So as long as you're providing value and insight, people are going to continue to open these emails. You might even get them forwarded to their friends and family. So that is the hope here, guys. And that's why we want to make sure we're producing content that is of value. And market updates, while they're not evergreen, like the other type of stuff that we just showed you, the AI stuff, that's essentially an evergreen video. Like you can post it on YouTube and it's good 2 years from now, 3 years from now, it's still valuable. How to get the most value out of your home, how to specialize in an area, right? How to prepare for selling your home in this area. Those are evergreen. These market updates, while not evergreen, can serve the same purpose. Someone can find this update from 2 years ago and say, man, I love how he broke down the market there. I actually understand his report. Subscribe. And oh, by the way, he has more new content. And I'm actually ready to talk to him now. So this is the type of content we need you guys to create. It's got to be valuable, educational, and all the sweet benefits happen from that. Again, it's the opposite of, hey, are you ready to buy and sell? I know we talked 6 months ago. You ready yet? No value there, right? I mean, the only value is, hey, yeah, I forgot I was looking to buy a home. Thanks for reminding me, right? I don't think there's a lot there. But the opposite happens when you said, hey, by the way, I know 6 months ago you were looking at buying or selling. Here's what the market looks like today. It's a sweet spot. And they're like, wow, we've been waiting for this. We're ready to go now. We didn't know it was a good time. So again, lots and lots of opportunity here with this. Guys, I'm going to move now to the third part, which is going to be actually packaging this video up to be shared. So part one, we talked about, I have no idea what to say, how to get over that. Part two, I have no idea how to record. We got over that. We have multiple options. Now in part three, we're going to take our perfectly recorded video that we have, and it's going to be ready to send. Get one of my, I have all these Johns. You'd think I talk to John a lot, right? Yeah. That's just an example. So anyway, let me go to this video, for example, sending one-to-one best practices. I want to tell everybody in Dubb about this how to send one-to-one. So when it comes to actually sending, one more thing, packaging, guys, before we send. So the idea with the Dubb video, many of you guys will know this, you'll be familiar with it, but below a Dubb video and around a Dubb video are opportunities to get people to take action. And what we want them to have is not this. You can see this is a blank video. It's a video just all by itself. It looks so lonely on this page. And there's not really anything anyone can do from this. They can watch the video and say, great, thumbs up, good job, Darius. That's not what we want. We want more direct response. We want people to engage. We want people to effectively raise a hand and say, I'm interested, or I want to learn more. So what we would do is I'm going to apply my preset, and then you're going to see it applied all of those things I was discussing at one time. So now, instead of just the video, they can book a time right in my calendar. Like, hey, Darius, this was a great report. I think I'm ready to sell. I think I'm ready to buy this month, this year. So you have your calendar connected possibly. Or maybe it's a button that says, call me or text me. Maybe it's a button that says, visit my website, search for properties on my site. See what your home is worth, right? If you guys have one of those home value calculators, that's an awesome button for this newsletter. You're going to send it out. Every potential seller in that list that maybe wants to know what their home's like, that they click that button, they go to the calculator. But what does this also do for us? It's going to give us a report, and it's going to show us who clicked that button. So if you guys are sending a newsletter, one button says, see what my home's worth. Another button says home buyer's guide. Now, all of a sudden, you know exactly who you should follow up with. You know exactly who your low hanging fruit, your most available opportunities are. Because when you share a video, regardless of how this is done through Dubb, through whatever systems you guys have, we're going to be able to track the results. And we're going to be able to see who clicked which buttons, who watched the video. So again, you have a button that says, see what my home's worth. Somebody clicks that button. That is a seller lead worth following up with, because they want to know exactly what their home's worth. That means they're thinking about selling at least. Same thing goes with the buyer's guide. If you have a button that says download my buyer's guide, these people are thinking about buying. they wouldn't download the buyer's guide if they didn't have that thought process in their mind somewhere. So these activities become your low hanging fruit, your opportunities. I can just press download on this list and it's going to give me everyone that clicked the button, everyone that watched, and their phone number is right there. So I could just call right through the list. Everyone that clicked, see what my home's worth. Hey, John, saw you wanted to see what your home's worth, buddy. Did you have a chance to use a calculator? Great. I saw you actually. Anyway, point being, opportunities right there. So it's really important for you guys to have the assets on your video so that we can get the responses that we're looking for. So if you guys are sending videos out there with no buttons beneath them, that's a mistake. You'll want several buttons, at least a couple, one for your direct response. What do you want people to do? Call you, text you, book you, email you, at least one of those. At least one button for them to learn more. Visit the website, buyer's guide, home valuation calculator, something, a button that's essentially learn more. I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to call you, but I want to do something. I want to learn more, download a guide, visit a website, something. So that way you guys have at least two buttons that signify two levels of intention. The one that says book me, call me, email me, that's your low hanging fruit, highest level of intention. They're going to take action. Then you have your people that are maybe not quite ready to talk right now, but they're like 6 months, a year from now, maybe, who knows where they're at. But you'll find out when you have that button that says learn more, visit website, buyer's guide, seller's guide, whatever assets you guys have. So I do recommend at least those two different buttons below your newsletter campaign, because that's how you're going to qualify and give yourself opportunities to follow people that are interested in hearing from you. Nobody likes to call people and say, no, I'm not, no, what, who is this? Right? If they just saw a video from you providing a market update, you know that they just saw it because you got the report, you know they clicked the button. So it's a perfect opportunity to follow up with them. And that phone call is going to go 100% different than a cold call. They're going to say, oh, it's you, Joe. Oh man, great to hear from you. I just saw a video from you. You're like, yeah, I know. That's why I called. 100% different experience than calling someone and they're like, who is this again? You're like, oh, I haven't heard from you in 6 months. Oh yeah, thanks. Different conversation. So direct response, learn more. Those are the two minimums I would recommend you guys have on your video email campaigns. Now, the other piece here is the playlist, the series of videos. These take place automatically after your first one. So guys, just pretend for a moment, if this is my market update, right? I'm doing a 1-minute explainer for how they can do something great. And at the end of this video, it's going to automatically roll into or Outlook, the next video. We're going to show you how. For real estate guys, this is the perfect opportunity to share some testimonials of your clients. It's the perfect opportunity to let them know about your personal value proposition, right? I've been doing real estate for 25 years and my specialty, and the reason people work with me is because I go above and beyond for my clients, just like I did when I was in the military or whatever, right? You have your own little unique story. That's an opportunity to introduce yourself to them, to break that barrier and build some trust in a way that you would never do outside of a video or in person. So as far as the playlist goes, there's a lot of opportunity there. Testimonials, explainer, like here's who I am, learn more about me. Here's more about how to buy, how to sell. Here's my YouTube videos. Here's whatever you guys have. If you don't have anything, the least we should do is collect some testimonials from some clients. That's built into Dubb, right? Guys, it's no brainer. You already have the access available for you. All you need to do is go request them. So testimonials, explainers, that's the type of stuff we want in your playlist to continue to educate and nurture the audience as they're watching. Okay, any questions, guys, on what your page, what your video should look like when you're going to send a newsletter or send a market update or whatever terminology we want to use? The idea is we're sending one video email to your whole list in order to get them to activate, to raise a hand, to engage, to remain top of mind. Any questions on this layout?
I have a question. I have a question, Darius.
Go.
So my question is this. My question is, I've done newsletters in the past and I've used templates and I haven't really gotten much traction on it. My click-through rate is like 0.1%. I never get replies to my templates for some reason. And I want to be more personal in my outreach. And frankly, I don't want to spend hours building up some template that I have to go and redo in 2 weeks. So how can I sort of solve a lot of these problems?
Perfect question, Ruben. And thank you for that, because guys, at some point, I don't actually know when this became so popular to send out these really heavy email templates. But I will say this, guys, if you open your inbox, if you guys are part of like a Home Depot email list, right? Companies like Home Depot or Bed Bath and Beyond, which went out of business, and these large companies, all the emails they send look like this. They look like templates. They're all big fancy templates with images and things like that. They are also do not reply. The 99% of these templatized emails have a do not reply. They're not meant to receive responses. And so as a result, consumers are being trained, they're being made accustomed to not responding to these types of templates. It does not look like I, Darius, wrote you, John, an email in which I'm trying to get you to respond to me. It looks like I put this image together to send to 10,000 people so that they can know about something, right? It does not look like I'm trying to elicit a response. It does not look like I'm trying to create a relationship or an opportunity or even a conversation. It's like a one-way message, a rhetorical question or something. So because people are so accustomed to that, receiving these really heavy looking templates, people are also accustomed to not responding to them. That's the first problem. This is not obviously an email that was written to them personally designed to elicit a response or relationship. That's the first problem. Second problem is these are not as deliverable. You send this to 10,000 people at one time, a lot fewer of these emails are going to be delivered directly to their inbox than if you sent a human looking email. This is more than likely going to go to the promotions in the spam folder because of the heavy HTML and templates and stuff. More likely promotions, less likely spamming. That's another situation, but more than likely promotions because of the nature of the email. Now, if you wrote an email that looks like a person wrote it, that is going to elicit far more responses, clicks, engagement. So that's what we're going to recommend for you guys when you actually come to send a newsletter from Dubb, is a simple, what we call a simple email, simple editor. So right here, I can click email and I can send this right from Dubb, and you can see this is what the email is going to look like. It's going to look like I myself personally typed this and sent it to you. Those are the types of emails that have the best click-through, response rate, and engagement because it looks like I myself took the time to personally write you this email. If it looks like anything else, it's not going to have the same response because it doesn't look like you took the time. Guys, you already know this from real estate stuff, like the handwritten cards, right? People have all those little cards that look like they're handwritten because it shows more intentionality. It looks like you took the time to handwrite a card to them. The engagement and response is much better than the very generic looking thing, the template that got sent to 10,000 other people, right? We know that in physical mail, same thing comes to email. If it looks like it was sent to 10,000 people, their impression of it is going to be this was sent to 10,000 people, which is not nearly as beneficial of, wow, Darius took the time to write me an email. I'm going to respond to this. So if you guys are utilizing templates, I don't want to break what you're doing, but I will encourage you to do a split test. Try your next newsletter, your next bulk email. Try to make it look like you wrote it to them personally. Add your video in there in part of the body of the email. Send that instead. Measure the results because I would say there's a 95% chance it has significantly better results than your last template. Every single time we've measured it, that's been the case. Human looking emails outperformed templates every single time we've ever measured this, including on our client stuff. So encourage you guys to try this for yourself. Send human looking emails.
Quick question,
Good.
Darius.
Yes.
In regards to when we send it out, how we track the email and everything. I know that Dubb tracks it and you put the email, the name, and when you put the video, it'll actually have a text and it'll say the person's name and, hey, I made this video, whatever text that you made it. When we send it out, do we send it out through Dubb? Because I also have KV Core and
yeah, great question, Jose. We're coming into that part right now, which is a perfect.
okay.
You got it. Yeah. So what I just covered, guys, was those first three parts. What do I say? I have no idea. We fixed that, right? What should my video look like? The buttons, the branding, how does that video get packaged up, and also how to record. So those are the three components that we've covered so far. And now we're moving to part 4, which is how to actually share your video newsletter. I'm going to start inside of Dubb because, guys, Dubb can do everything that you need all within the one platform. So you don't need to use anything else. I'm going to cover this option first. So part of sending a newsletter with Dubb is you need to connect your own email provider. If you have a Gmail or an Outlook, you can connect them. the limitation of Gmail and Outlook. If you guys have a large list of over 900 people, you will likely need another service like your CRM or a SendGrid or something. I'll come more into this in a bit. If anyone's over, their email list is over 900, then the second part is going to be for you. If you're dealing with less than 900 contacts in your total list, you can use everything inside of Dubb and just use your Gmail and Outlook for literally everything that you need. So that's what I'll cover first. List of less than 1,000, less than 900, using only Dubb. So here, you guys are going to connect your email to Dubb. This is the email that your emails are going to be coming from. So if you have a Gmail or an Outlook or whatever email that you have, you're going to connect it to Dubb. You guys can see we've connected a tool called SendGrid to send our bulk emails. So if your list is over 900, this is going to be the other solution for you, is SendGrid. Or if you have a CRM, like Jose here mentioned KV Core, if you guys already have a real estate CRM, I'm going to cover that use case as well, of just utilizing the technology you already have. Nothing new, nothing added. So back to option one, sending through Dubb. You first connect your email, Gmail, Outlook, SendGrid, whatever. Then you add your list. So if you guys have a list outside of Dubb, you have a Google Contacts, you have a Rolodex, you have a contact list on your phone, wherever your CRM, wherever your contacts are right now, add them into Dubb. You're going to import them with what's called a CSV file. Get all your contacts into Dubb. And once they're in Dubb, then we can send the bulk email to them. I do recommend using what's called tags. So that way you can organize buyers or sellers into specific groups of people, or maybe you just have your whole list, right, as one tag. What that tag does is it allows you to send an email to them more easily. So like here as an example, newsletter example, I'm going to use my SendGrid email. And then there's the video I want to share. And then here's the body of my email. And as I mentioned, guys, keep it simple. Hey, first name, check out this video. Just make it look like you typed it yourself. These little values and stuff will be replaced with their name. Like this is the example. Look, it says, hey, Darius, check out this video. Darius, check out the video. It says John in it. So anyway, Jose, you asked, if you're sending directly through Dubb, Dubb will do all this automatically. As long as the contacts are in Dubb, it's going to put their name there on the thumbnail. This sort of stuff happens automatically. Now, if you want to send through a third party, guys, if you already have a MailChimp or Constant Contact or KV Core or whatever, any other system you guys have, Dubb is designed to integrate with it. So you can take your video right from here. This is the Chrome extension, guys. I'm going to show you with here. From the Chrome extension, I can click right here, my videos, and now I can copy and paste this video into anything. So if you guys already have a tool, KV Core, Wise Agent, HubSpot, or Chime, literally, you name it, Real Geeks, whatever. You guys have a CRM, we can copy and paste this video into that CRM. Now, one last thing, Jose, that you asked about, which is this little bit of text right here. You guys see where it says, hey, Darius, check out this video? That's what's called personalization. And you can actually have the person's first name appear on every video, even if you're sending this to 10,000 people through your CRM. The way that it works is right here. There's what's called personalization text. Your CRM or your tool, your whatever MailChimp or whatever it is, has what's called a merge field or a token, and it looks something like this. So if you wanted to send a bulk email through your system like KV Core, you can put a first name, right, Jose, into the email template. So what you do is you take that exact value and you put that here in this personalization text field. And when you do this, video 4, first.name, when I go to now share that through KV Core is going to recognize this value and it's going to replace their first name there when you send this to your whole list. So that's how you can get the personalization when sending through any other third-party system. And guys, if this is too much for you right now, if you're like, okay, I know I want to personalize it to my 10,000 people, but I don't understand this, just let me know or come back to a live, come back to a chat. We can make sure you understand this when you're ready to do it. So when you actually have your finger and you're like, okay, I'm going to copy and paste this to my MailChimp. How did he do that thing again? Just come to the chat or try to understand it now. It's up to you. But that's basically all it takes is you're going to take the token from your system and put it into the personalization, and then your system will replace that automatically for you. So great question.
Thank you so much, Darius.
Got it. Yeah, and good point. If you guys have KV Core or any other system, or you're using Dubb as your system, all things are possible. So, okay, guys, the real quick recap. We talked about, what do I say? I have no idea. That's solved. Part 2, how do I record the video? No idea. Okay, we got desktop, mobile, teleprompter. That part's taken care of. 3, what should my video look like? We packaged the video up. It's going to have the right buttons, the right branding for your business. Part 4, we just talked about how to share the video newsletter, either using Dubb with the built-in sending. By the way, make it look human. Don't use fancy templates. Try a human email for us, guys. Watch how that works. And so we talked about using Dubb as the sender, or using any system you guys already have as your sender. So really, it's just those 4 parts. What do I say? What should my video look like? How am I going to record it? And how am I going to send it? And we've now covered all 4 of those components here, guys, in this one training. So you have every single thing that you need to get there. The only thing that's left is if you guys have some specific nuanced questions, like what about this CRM, or what about these buttons, or whatever. So let's open it up, guys. Any questions? Are you guys stuck anywhere? Any part of this that you have a concern about? Anything like that, I would love to answer them. I'm gonna go ahead and answer one or two of Ruben's in here. And then if you guys want to
have a question.
Yeah.
It's Ralph.
Yeah.
When you went on the desktop market update and you pulled out your bubble,
Yeah.
and I believe you did the same thing on the cell phone.
Well, with the cell phone, you can't do the bubble. On the
Okay.
cell phone, what you do is you take a screenshot of your report or whatever.
Oh,
And then you're gonna superimpose yourself in to that using the virtual background.
okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I got it.
Yeah, good. Okay, that's a great question. But yeah, just a little bit different. So you don't get the bubble, you use the background as your image. Good question. All right. Let me know if you guys have anything else. I'm going to come into 1 or 2 more Rubens. We said, right. Emails were going to spam folder. How can we solve this? There's a resource for you guys. And in fact, the number one, there's 2 reasons why emails sometimes go to spam. The first and most important reason is the actual content of the email. If I sent this email like this, there's a very high likelihood this is going to go to spam, because it doesn't have any context. It's just an image. So for example, guys, if I go to send this as an email where it's just an image, high likelihood that's going to go to spam, because nobody does that. Nobody just sends an image, right? You would say, hey, check out my headshot and put this somewhere. Check out my headshot, right? You'd put a sentence. So you need always a sentence to go along with the video. That is the number one reason things end up in spam, is because we're not following the rules of email, and that's going to go to spam. So make sure you are following the rules of email with a good balance of text to image, at least one sentence anytime you have an image. That's the number one reason things go to spam. The number 2 reason things go to spam is because of the reputation of your domain itself. So there's 2 ways to check this guy. One is the, let me see here. Actually, I have a nice little article that has both of these resources for you guys. One is the MX Toolbox. This is a nice way to do any sort of domain research. The one we're looking at right now is Blacklist. So I'm going to type in our domain, dubb.com, and we're going to check if dubb.com is on any blacklists, because this will affect your deliverability. So you can see here, we're all clear, all green check marks. We're not on any blacklists because we've done a good job at managing our reputation. So this is the other reason why emails go to spam, is because you're on a blacklist. One final thing that you can do is there's this resource, mailtester.com. And what you can do is you can send a test email to this, and it's going to give you a very detailed breakdown about your deliverability score. It's going to give you a 7 or 8 or 5 out of 10. And it's going to tell you why you got a 5 or 7 or 8 out of 10. And if you guys need any help deciphering those results, because again, I know it's foreign language to most of us. If you guys want to come to a test here and say, Darius, I got a 6 out of 10, what's going on? Take a screenshot of that report and come to our chat. Come get support from us right here. I'll take care of you personally. I'll say, great, I saw that you didn't set up your DNS record. You don't have an SPF record. Do these 2 or 3 things and you'll get up to an 8 out of 10 versus 6. So both of these resources, guys, checking your blacklist to make sure you are healthy, and then checking your actual sending score, your deliverability score. This is going to give you the most detailed breakdown of your sending reputation and how many people are going to get your emails. So those 2 resources will definitely help make sure you guys are getting good deliverables. All right. Another pause here, guys. Questions on anything that we covered today? We're coming up to the end, so it's free range, guys. What do you got? Any questions or use cases we can take care of for you guys? We covered each of these components. I know it's a little, Jose, you look overwhelmed, buddy. Are you okay? Not our usual Jose, our other Jose. It's so funny. We got 2 Jose Martinez in here today.
I wanted to kind of put a question out there. Do you know what you can send for your next video email? Think about it. You've got an email list somewhere. It's in your Gmail. It's in your CRM. It's in Dubb, and you need to go find someone that's ready to buy and ready to sell. And you want to connect to them, right? So the question is, what do we talk about? So what I think Darius taught us was that AI, using the AI tool in Dubb, it can actually give us ideas on what people are looking for, what people need help with. I mean, what would I want to know if I was looking to sell a home? Maybe it's to increase the value of my home, or, what does the market look like? Is it a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? If I were a buyer, how am I affected by interest rates? What are some of the new properties that are available in the neighborhood, and why are they priced at the price that they're at? So there's so many options that as an expert as to what you can capture in a video that you can send to that newsletter. The idea is you can spend hours calling every single person in your list, sending them a text message, sending them an email, giving them a cold call to find out the diamond in the rough, that 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 1,000. Or you can do what we learned in this webinar, and you can send it to them and have them come to you. This is the fundamental difference between outbound marketing and inbound marketing. Inbound marketing feels so much better because we create original content, and then we find an alignment with people that are looking for us, that are looking to buy, that are looking to sell. The timing is right. They trust you. You've shown the right expertise. You're the visual and valuable person that they want to connect with. So let's get started, guys. I'll leave you with this question. What is it that you're going to send in your video email newsletter today?
Nice. One final thing from Dirk there. How do we make money with Dubb when sending out your emails? So guys, if you're not aware,
Nice.
Dubb we have a partner program of 30% recurring revenue even with a downline of 10% recurring revenue on top of that. So we have it can be very interesting for you, especially in real estate, because you often talk to other real estate, title, mortgage professionals, all of which can utilize Dubb. So here's what we recommend in order to benefit from the partner program. There's 2 different ways. One is passive and one is active. So the passive way is just by having signed up for the partner program. This little link right here is the partner program. When that's activated, when you send a video to somebody, if somebody watches your video, they land on your page, it's going to put a cookie onto their browser. And if they go to sign up for Dubb, you will automatically get credit. Now, there's weaknesses here. There's things that can go wrong, like if they're on a privacy blocking browser, a cookie preventing browser, obviously no cookies are going to be dropped. You will not get credit automatically. So there's limitations to that passive method. The other method, the active method, is where you're going to take your link, your partner link. There's actually going to be a call to action automatically created for you when you create your partner link. And it's going to say Dubb partner link. And it's going to be a call to action that goes to your partner URL. And what you're going to do is have your button as part of one of your video messages. So right below, it's going to say send your own video, question mark, want to do video yourself, right? Whatever you want to put on the button. Send your own dub, interested in dub, interested in video, whatever you want the button text to say, something like that. I would recommend where they like, man, I really like this video. That was cool. And they see a button that says, send your own video. I'm like, yeah, I want to send my own video. So that's what I would recommend as a more active method where real estate space is, virtual real estate is taken up here with your partner link. So this is a much more active way because it's actual space there. And finally, the third highest level of active is to direct them and say, guys, I got this new video tool. I'm loving it. If you want to send videos like this yourself, check it out. That's the third most active version. So it's either your passive, no button, you just got your link, cookies, you're sending out your videos. Second, which is you have a button there, which is check it out. And the third, which is actually instructing people, guys, I love this tool. I know you're going to love it too. They're going to take great care of you. Check it out. So those are the three methods in which I would say how to make money with Dubb. Very passive, semi-active, or fully active. Where is this button? And so you can either create the button yourself and have it be whatever you want. You just take the link from the dashboard right there, partner link. That's the partner link. And then you can create a call to action with that and call it my Dubb partner link. But I'm 95% sure that when you create your partner link, there is a button that's already created that says Dubb partner link or something, and it should have your link already there. So Dirk, you should have one already, just like that. And if not, then you would make one just like I did here. It said interested in video email, and then I put my partner link there. So you would either create the button yourself or use the one that was created for you, and then attach that to your preset or template. All righty, guys, anything else we can do for you? We're about to sign off here. Last call. All righty. Well, we appreciate your guys' time. I want you guys to send out these newsletters. I know that it will benefit you. You probably have an opportunity waiting for you right now in your sphere, ready to buy or sell. And they're just waiting for you to reach out to them. So get it out there, provide value, right? Be useful to your audience. That's what they want. They want to know, make it easy for them. Man, he knows his stuff. Let's talk to him. So, all right.
Quick question, Darius.
Yep. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm having trouble with my automation. So when a lead comes in, it's not sending out my video for automation. Is that something that I could talk to you after and just kind of show you what's going on?
Well, what's happening with the lead coming in? Is it actually hitting the database?
Yeah, it's hitting the database, but for some reason, it's not sending out the video.
Is the tag being added to the contact as it's coming in? Is the enrollment in the automation a tag that's the same as the tag being added? So like,
can you show me that?
Yeah, right quick. So here, when someone signs up to Dubb, they're going to get one of these tags, which is like sign up or SMB, like this. So sign up SMB. As they sign up to Dubb, those tags are automatically added. And then what our workflow does, the automation, it triggers when that tag gets added, which is as soon as the contact is added. So right here, the SMB, you can see when the SMB tag gets added, that's what triggers the workflow. So we know as the contacts are added into Dubb, they get the tag added, and that's what the trigger of the workflow is. So Jose, what you'd want to do is make sure as the contact is coming in from wherever the lead source is it Facebook ads or where is it?
It's I do listening to leads. So
okay, but listening to leads does Facebook, right? And then
Facebook and Instagram, Google.
Then what you do here, how are they being ported into your account exactly? Is it Zapier?
Yeah, Zapier. It goes to KV Core, and then KV Core is linked up to Dubb.
Got it. Okay, so you're using maybe API Nation or something then for KV Core to Dubb, or is it Zapier?
You know what? Let me check.
Because that's what's going to happen is if you're using Zapier, guys, this is what Zapier is a platform that allows two contacts to or two databases to talk to each other. And part of what Zapier can do is create contacts and enroll them into an automation. So for example, HubSpot is a CRM, and we have when contact gets created in HubSpot, also create the contact in Dubb. So Jose, this is the exact same workflow you'd have, except for instead of HubSpot, it's KV Core. So
Gotcha,
when contact
gotcha.
gets created in KV Core, create the same contact in Dubb, and you'll see the last step of the action, is to actually enter a tag. So whatever tag that I type in here, I can either just type in the word like buyer, and then it's going to add the buyer tag to that person immediately. So whatever your automation trigger is, you have a trigger that triggers your automation. That's what needs to be placed right here. So that as soon as the contact is added into Dubb, it's adding that trigger step, that trigger tag, and it's going to put them straight into the automation.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
And then come to the chat, Jose. If you realize, hey, I got stuck here, I had a question about this tag, or so, just come back to the intercom chat. I'm there all the time, so I'll be able to help you directly there as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Darius. Thanks, guys.
Questions? All right. Well, thank you guys for your time today. You need anything else at all? This is the drill. Come ask us. Raise a hand. Get support. Can't wait to help you. Seriously. So, thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.